Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's the one and only girl, Fina M. Claire. Thank you so much for coming back again today. Just as I promised in my last video that the next video is going to be on 3-bedroom bungalow. That is what I've come here to share with you guys. A 3-bedroom bungalow that was built, how we spent our money there, and how much we ended up building that 3-bedroom bungalow with. That is what I've come to share with you guys. Thank you so much. You won't believe that we used the token to build a beautiful bungalow for our clients. You don't need to spend much. If you want to know, stay tuned. But before then, please kindly click on the subscription button if today is the first time of coming. And for my returning subscribers, thank you so much. Thank you for always coming by to watch my video. Please remember to click on the like button and help your girl to share the video if it is helpful to you. And don't forget to click on that $sign below the video. Thank you so much. So now let's dive into the video, guys. So constructing of a 3-bedroom bungalow. What should we look at here? 3-bedroom is just a portable and comfortable house that I know that people like me would like to build. Here we should be looking at the cost of clearing and excavating the land as usual, the cost of laying foundation, the cost of setting of blocks, and roofing of the building, fixing of doors, frames, windows, plastering and tiling. These are the things we are going to discuss in this building. I know that in some of my videos I don't give you from beginning to the end, but in this one I am going to give you the cost from beginning to the end. The only thing I'm not going to give you the cost is the cost of ceiling, because we were not the one that sorted that. The man's brother, the client's brother does that, so I did not include it in this video. But every other thing apart from the landscaping and all that is in this video, so don't miss it. Firstly, the clearing and excavating of the foundation. We spent 210,000 naira on that. Remember, I'm always telling you that they normally charge per meter, so it depends on how big or how small the land is, and also how bushy the place is. Some places have thick trees, some places it's just little grasses, so all those one will tell how much you should expect for the clearing of the land and all that. So we spent on this one, we spent 210,000 naira. The next is cost of laying the foundation. Here you look at materials like blocks, cement, stone or granite, water, sand. So we are going to start with block. In this stage, the foundation stage, we should be looking at 100. We used 1,806 inches block. Okay, 1,800. Might not be up to that depending on the size of your building. So we used 1,800 pieces of 6 inches block at the rate of 200 naira. So when you multiply 1,008 by 200, you will have 360,000 at this stage. The next thing you should be looking at is stone for the foundation casting, that is granite. Here we use 3 strips of stone, and that is for the foundation, and it costs us 360,000 naira. When it comes to this granite, in some places they are very far from the quarry. So when your place is far from quarry, you should expect higher price. When it's closer, you should expect lower price. So even though we use 360 for this 30 tons, in some places it might not even be up to 300,000 naira, while in some places it might be more. Because I have one of us here who was telling me that they gave her 30 tons at 400, and you get, why in the lorry here where I am staying, when you go to quarry, you see them selling 10 tons of granite at the rate of 70,000. 70,000. So if you are buying that 30 tons, you know that you should be expecting 210,000. You see, and that is with the transportation. So this depends on where you are building, how far or close it is to the quarry. But I'm just giving you what we spent for this client. So another thing is sand. We bought like 5 trips of sand, that is sharp sand, at the rate of 28,000 per trip. So we ended up spending 140,000. This sand will go a long way. It was not just used for the foundation. Okay, I know some of you will be like, 5 trips. Yes, that's why I have to tell you that. So another thing, you'll be needing stones for German floor, and that we also bought like 3 trips of it at the rate of 360. Then cement, about 30 tons, about 30 bags of cement was used for the block work, and another 50 bags for German floor. Remember, in my last video when I talked about fencing, I told you guys that 1 bag of cement can, like 1 bag of cement in 9 inches can go like 50 block. It can shock like 50 block. So when it comes to 6 inches, you should expect more. But another thing is this: when you're expecting more, are you using 6 inches hollow or just covered up 6 inches? Because most of the times cement, they don't take much, because the cement, mixed cement with sand, will be pouring into the holes. So that is where you get your shortages from. So here we use the 30 bags for cement for the block work, and then 50 bags for the German floor. Altogether 80 bags at the rate of 3,800. You see, in my last video we bought cement at 4,000, while in this one is 3,800. So I said it in my last video that prices varies, your location, the type of cement you are using, all those things is what you should look at. So at the end of the day, we spent 304,000 naira for cement. Then another thing is planks. You will need sizes like 1 by 12 at the rate of 1,500, some places 1,000, some places 1,200. 2 by 3 at the rate of 450, 2 by 4 at the rate of 500. And you don't need much of them, because you can just budget like 20,000 naira for it. It's just for the foundation. It's bungalow, we are not going for duplex, so we don't need much of the planks here. Then nails, you'll be needing like 2 bags of nails. Here, cost of labor for this, we spent 350,000 naira. Remember that cost of labor, when it comes to labor, bricklayers, the charges per bag of cement. Okay, in some places, so it's not everywhere. In some places, some people, they will tell you, this is our charges, this is what we are going to collect, we don't count by bags. So it depends on the area where you are building and who those working for you, but normally this is how we do it. Then another thing is sand for filling. Sand for filling the foundation, we used 1 and 1+. It wasn't up to 2. So, and that one, it depends on the level of the land to the road and all that. So you might even use up to 3 for your own, and the depth of the foundation you might even use 1. So it depends. We bought 2 strips, but we didn't finish it. So, and again, if you have dug your sockaway well and all that, you can easily use the sand dug out of it to fill your foundation. You don't need to buy more. So at this point, we spent 50,000 naira for the 2, totaling. So the total estimate cost for leveling foundation of 3-bedroom was, we added up the whole cost, 360,000 plus 140,000 plus 360,000, and so on and so forth, and we ended at 1.975. 1,975,000 naira. So that is where we landed at this point. Then the next thing you should look at after this is the cost of laying or setting up blocks from foundation stage to roofing level. Here you will look at blocks, cement, sand, and labor. Water, you know, I don't normally, if it's a place we did not buy water, I won't add up cost of water, because I always advise that you should make provision for water before starting up building. Is very necessary. So here we are looking at blocks. When it comes to block, we used about 4,000 pieces of 6 inches blocks as well, at the rate of 200. I've said it before. So this 4,000 by 200 will give you 800,000 naira. Then sand, we used about 1.5 trip of sand for this, for the mixing of the cement, at the rate of 28,000 naira. This 1.5, you know, definitely you will be buying two trips. So but I still calculated by 1.5, which is 42,000. Then cement, we used about 18 bags of cement for this, and that was at the rate of 3.8, giving us 68,500 naira. Then labor cost, we spent 280,000 naira for it. The block, in this one they charge per block. When it comes to block laying, they charge you per block. 6 inches have their own price, 9 inches have their own price. So we paid 70 naira per one, and that is what landed us in 280,000 naira. The total cost of block work from foundation to the stage of roofing was 1,190,400, 1,190,400 naira at this stage. Then the next one is cost of roofing. Here you'll be looking at the woods for the roofing, the carpenter's work, the roofing sheet, nails, and all that. But in this one we used all these roofing sheets that has water connector. So you know, those ones, they are more expensive. If it's just aluminium, you should not expect much. So that is the secret there. So let's start with the wood for the roofing. We spent 280,000 for that. Then carpenter's work, we paid 200,000. Roofing sheets, we spent the total square meter was 220. So we spent at the end of it, the roofing sheet per this thing was 4,000 naira. So when you multiply it by 220, it will be giving you 880,000 naira. And the installment is normally 10%. Some people charge by 10%, some 300 naira per square meter, while some 200. So whichever one you see yourself working with, comply, just comply, okay? But at the end of the day, we spent 1,448,000 naira for the roofing. Then doors is 3-bedroom flat with toilets and all that. So we used 10 doors for the building, 3 for the room, some for the rooms, some for the toilet, kitchen, and all that. But we used 2 iron or steel doors, and then 8 wooden doors. For the rooms and toilets is wooden doors, while the entrance, both front and back, was iron door. So at the end of the day, the wooden door we got at the rate of 32,000. Some places 25, even 20. There is even 15,000 naira worth of wooden door. So it depends on what you want to. But this one was 32,000. The steel door 48. There is still some lower cost of the cost on it. So you can get it like 30, you can get it still of 30, even 20 something. So you should not say my own is expensive. It depends on what you want. That is why I don't normally put up this finishing. I don't normally add this finishing to it, because some people will start talking now without knowing that there are different qualities with different prices. So it's what you want, you go for. At the end of the day, we spent 352,000 naira for this. Then windows. The windows used were it was casement window with the size of 4x2, 2x2, and 6x2. And at the end of the day, it was 12 in number. And remember, when it comes to this, they have different thickness as well. That is what will bring about the differences in prices as well. Window, all this aluminum window, they have different thickness. When you are going for the lighter one, you should expect lesser. When you are going for the thicker one, you should expect more. So, but at this rate, we spent 800,000 naira, because the window was 5 mm with tower materials. Let me explain it to you. 5 mm, and then mosquito fiber net, and 12 mm iron for the burglary proof. Okay, so we spent 800,000 at the end of it. The labor for this was labor for both doors and windows and iron burglary was 200,000 naira. The total cost of doors, frames, aluminium windows, and burglary frame was 1,352,000. 1,352,000 naira for both doors, windows, burglary, and frames. We spent 1,352,000 naira. Then cost of plastering of the building. Here normally you should look at cement, sand, and then labor, water not inclusive. So cement, we use 100 bags of in short, the thing just goes together with the example I gave when I made video on plastering. 100 bags of cement. So if you want to know how we ended up at that 100 bags, please go back to the video on plastering. You will understand how we calculated it and got to this point at the rate of 3,008, which is 380,000 naira. Then sand, 3 trips of plastering sand was used, giving us 90,000 naira. Labor, 200,000 naira. The total cost of plastering was 670,000 naira. Then cost of painting and tiling. Paint, we spent 650,000. Remember as well that there are different types of paint. There are cheaper ones and expensive ones, costlier ones. So it depends on which one they make you are going for. Then tiles as well. We know that there are Nigerian tiles, China tiles, and so. So in tiles we spent 580,000. Then labor, we spent 300,000 for with other items. You know, when it comes to tiling, there is this white cement they normally use to cover up the holes and all that. So they are the one that bought it. It's together with the labor and the little items that was needed as well. So cost of cement, we used like 20 bags for the tiling. They use cement for tiling, so that is where the 20 bags was used for. Anyway, they didn't even finish it, but we bought 20 bags for it at the rate of 3.8 as well. So after that, the estimate cost of painting and tiling the 3-bedroom bungalow was 1,606,000 naira. 1,606,000 naira. Then at the end of it, you will add up the whole cost. Remember, I told you that I am not including ceiling or POP. We are not the one that did that. So, and I didn't get the cost from the man because it's his brother that did it, so I didn't want to come in. That is just the only thing I will tell you that is not included in this estimate that I'm sharing with you. So, but from our own, we spent at the end of it 8,945,400. 8,945,400. Remember, we use stone coated roofing sheet. That is a place you normally get enough differences. If it were to be all this aluminium roofing sheet, you can cut off more than 500,000 naira from it. In short, there are some materials you will use, you will not even spend up to 7 million naira to put up your building, while there are still some materials you will use, you will spend more than 10 million naira. So when it comes to finishing, you can't tell. It depends on what you want. That is what will determine how much you will use. But when it comes to from foundation to roofing, no, let me say from foundation to lintel level, the prices should almost be the same thing, because it's almost the same quality and quantity that they use. Even though there are, when it comes to rod, there are light and thick rod, but still, if you don't know, you don't know. The prices must still be the same. So that is it in building. You should always know that. So let me just tell you that if you want to put up 3-bedroom bungalow in your house here in Nigeria now, with the present price of material, you should be looking at anything from 6 million naira to 12 million. Let me put it that way. But this one we spent 8.9 million naira. So you should expect from 6 million to 9 million. Yes, 6 million. That will be okay. I don't think if anything lower than that can go. So let me start from 6 million to 9 million. This is the video we have for you today. I hope this will be helpful. Please don't forget to share my video, don't forget to click on the like button, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and click on that thank me click on that thanks button with a $ sign on it, and send me some love, okay?